Hey, I'm Max with Z1 Motorsports. Today we're introducing the 350Z and G35 S-Pro Coilovers. So this is our first true style coilover, meaning our rear spring is mounted on the shock. These coilovers are going to increase your ride stiffness by about 30% compared to factory suspension. You're gonna be able to lower your car up to 2 inches or even stay at factory height if you're just looking for that stiffness increase. If you don't have helper spring on your true style rear coilovers, you will not have adequate droop travel. Because this coilover is mounted directly to the upright, it has a near 1-to-1 motion ratio, meaning that the spring will essentially travel as much as the wheel does. With a stiffer rear spring, it won't compress very much under the weight of the vehicle, and therefore it won't decompress very much and give much droop travel. However, when we add a helper spring, this lower spring will fully compress under the weight of the vehicle and give all of that spring compression back to droop travel. Some of the key features of these coilovers: we have a rubber top mount for lower noise on the street. We've taken them on the track though plenty of times, and they do great, especially with the adjustable damping. You can use this adjuster knob here, 32 clicks, to simultaneously adjust your rebound and compression stiffness. A common misconception is that adjusting your ride height by changing the overall length of your shock by threading it in at the bottom here is that you will save your suspension travel. In reality, it just moves your suspension travel into a range that becomes unusable because your tire will have already made contact with the vehicle at that point. No matter what ride height you start at, whether it's stock or 2 inches lowered, the bump stop always needs to engage at the same point in travel in order to prevent tire rub. So this has got a scan of a wheel well and our wheel clearance outside of the fender and our upright. We have some basic models in here representing the suspension arms, and this model can fully move just like as the suspension does. This allows us to analyze parameters like motion ratio and take that into account when choosing spring rates. This also lets us look at suspension travel and tire clearance. So one of the most important aspects is making sure that the bump stop actually engages before the tire will make contact with your fender liner. And you can see that as the wheel travels upwards and eventually will make contact, the shock body is making contact with the bump stop. This is adding extra spring rate to prevent the tire from really slamming into your car. So it's important to note that whether you're starting from a stock ride height and then cycling the suspension upwards, or starting at a lowered ride height and cycling the suspension upwards, the bump stop always engages at the same time before the tire makes significant contact with your fender liner. If you were to adjust your ride height by shortening your overall length by threading your shock body into your lower mount, I can show you what would happen. So if we now look at the up travel of the suspension to the point where the tire begins to make contact with the fender liner, you can see it poking through now, and we go look at the bump stop engagement. You can see that the bump stop is no longer engaging. You're no longer getting extra spring rate to prevent tire rub, and you've effectively moved your suspension travel upwards to the point where it's less effective, even though you have more up travel. So when it comes time to dial in your ride height, it's going to be very simple. All you need to do is move the lower spring perch up to raise the car or down to lower the car. Our helper spring setup is really going to take care of everything when it comes to bump stop engagement and proper droop travel. If you want to get a set of these S-Pro Coilovers for your 350Z or G35, give us a call or check them out at z1motorsports.com.